since I've done any updates. Just figured I'd give you a quick shot of what was going on. I got some video replies I'm going to do here short, after, once I get the motor back in it. One such as, what's the fuel pump, sound like as far as noise-wise. Kind of trying to wrap this up a little bit. It's going to have to pull out of the garage for a short minute. My buddy's having a open house for his daughter's graduating. And from there, I, will be bringing it back. But right now, we got the motor back out of the car. And we, because when we put it in, number one, it was just for mock-up. Now it's back on now. Motor's sitting right there. I'm going through some of the loose ends, making sure it's all set up. I decided I'm going to go ahead and replace the rod bearings. Quick, simple. I got to tap the pan for the oil return. And I've got to do the oil feed, which is, if I can get past this glare, you do the oil, feed from, its normal location that everyone does them from, right here off the pan on the side. And I have, put the black silicone paint on all the header wrap. Downpipe came through, got it set up. I got to put the blow-off valve on yet. And the blow-off valve is going to kind of sneak in right here. Might be a little higher, but it's going to sneak in right here. And then I'm going to shoot it right on up into this, right into the downpipe there. So hopefully I can kick it right here, bend on up, and then shoot it out right into here. That's why I marked the rotation of the downpipe into, so I can mock it up on the stand. But pretty much all that's left is just final fit stuff. Put the converter back in it. Right now I'm just running a stock one. Later on, this transmission's so easy to drop. Later on, when I have more money, I'll buy a Circle D converter and install it and go from there. I'm going to clean up the engine compartment, pressure wash it, everything else, soak it down. Probably spray bomb the firewall and like chassis saver paint. Same thing with the frame. I might even pour 15 the frame, since I would get to everything pretty easy for the most part. Then after that, it's just a matter of slapping it together. Getting it running. Seats are in. I got to mount the shifter. Wiring's pretty well set. Just got some loose ends, stuff that I can do in a weekend for the most part, once I get the motor and trans back in. But that's about it, guys. I'll give you a bigger update, here in a couple of days once I get the, everything set back up and ready to go. I'll talk to you later. Alright guys, quick update. Decided to take and clean the car up today. As you see, motor's out. Got a lot of things taken care of. Got oil feed taken care of. Got the oil return taken care of. There, that's a little bit better. Put some light on it. As you see, it shoots right down through. Sun don't climb on that motor. Turns around, goes down and around. It's just dash 4. Clean the engine on up, or engine bay on up. As you see, the original color of the car is cream. Someone had that Z-Bart rust inhibitor all over it. Cleaned everything on up. Everything came really, really clean. About the only thing I have left to do to finish putting together is I'm going to put my blow-off valve right here. And I'm just going to bring it right back into here. As you can see, my little assistant here is all excited. What is that, Nathan? Turbo. Turbo? What's that make a car do?
Go fast.
Yeah, does it make it pull wheelies? Does it make people see your taillights? Yeah? Turned around, pressure washed and cleaned up my transmission. That's all set to go. Just got it to dry. Gonna take and here in the next couple of days, when it finally decides that it's gonna stop raining or be so humid, picked up some of this KBS rust seal. It's satin black there. Going to use it as a chassis saver. It's just about as good as using Pour 15. Interior of the car is actually turned into a spot to store stuff until tomorrow. And as you can see by looking at my intake, I took the fuel rails off and I got rid of those injectors, and won't be using those again. I ordered up some Siemens Deca 80s, and they're on their way. If you guys can see, I can put my IAT sensor right in the intake rather than putting it in the tube. Simple cyclone style IAT, threaded style, works real good. You look inside, there's right in the area here, you can see there used to be some shrouding, and I took and used a deburr tool and cleaned it on up. I still got to clean up the interior of the intake, and it gets a pretty accurate reading right there. That's the, not a lot of heat soak. It's going to be what the air temperature is going to be just before it hits this combustion chamber. So works really good. Not my idea. I've used it a couple of times, but I snagged it off from a guy from LS1 Tech. So turned around, and on the back of the intake, I haven't started too much yet, just got it begun. And I took off the little nipple that comes on out here for the brake booster, and I'm actually going to take, and I epoxied it, got to float it on out and level it on out, and then I'm going to take and tap it and put some barb fittings inside, which are these. Now, that's just to take and make it to where I don't have to have a vacuum distribution block like what I had before, seeing how I got multiple different setups for it. That and the original intake was set up for a 1/2 inch hose, rather than going nuts with adapting from 1/2 inch to 3/8 to 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch hose. I just decided I was going to do it this way, and I can actually make its own dedicated line and run check valves to take and go from there. Got to find me a good air cleaner, or a decent air cleaner, because I am going to run a line from the intake of the turbo on up into the valve cover. That way I can not have to worry about the crankcase getting windage. And I will be building a oil catch can. I'm actually going to make my own. Got a piece of 3-inch stainless that I have left, and the only stuff I have left. And I figured, what better thing to do with it than just to take and lob it off, put a couple of fittings in there, and make my own oil catch can. But should work out pretty good. Other than that, guys, we've done a lot of cleaning up. Parts have, been going around. Got a open house here, so I got to get this engine and trans back in the car and get it running. So updates have been few and far between, because took a customer car on, plus I haven't been feeling that great, so back at that. And as you can see, my parts pile's dwindling, but everything's fixing to go. I got to take and mate the engine and the transmission together, and I'm going to do my transmission lines, which I bought a spool of aluminum line so that I can do my own trans lines. And if you see right here down in the car, I've got more of it down there. Now that's the large stuff. I think it's 3/8 line, or 3/8 or 1/2 inch. Can't remember which. I'm not good at line sizes, but hopefully tomorrow I've got a plan. Take and button up everything that's on the car, on the motor. Get the timing cover bolted on, harmonic balancer on it, and make sure that my accessory system's going to work. And then hopefully get this epoxy stuff all taken care of and finished. And then I can actually put the two together and call it good. Now I'm going to remove my fuel oil pressure sensor, seeing as how I'm going to be using mechanical gauges. I want to be able to see what this motor's got for oil pressure, of course. So I'm just going to use it. It takes a certain socket, and I'll show you the socket in the next video. And next time I get this motor up and running, I'll actually be kind enough to let you guys hear the sound, you know, how loud the fuel pump is at Bosch 044. And I'll also show you guys maybe a quick video on installing the harmonic balancer. I just use the threaded rod trick, you know, nothing special. Works pretty good. You know, it's a one-shot deal. And you ain't got to worry about ripping the threads out of the crank. But that's about it for today. Thanks. Me again?
What?
Can you explain all of that to me again?
First, invisible, real, police car, air blower, track.
That's the track?
Huh?
So what's the car doing?
In a weed.
It's doing a wheelie?
Yeah.
Is it going out of the garage doing a wheelie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But there's gonna be turbo in it.
There's going to be a turbo in it.
No. There's gonna be, mufflers to get out of the,
Oh.
there you go.
So is that my instruction to be able to finish the car? Yeah?
We better look at that instruction.
But how do I make it go really fast, Nathan? What do I need? What makes a car go fast?
A turbo.
Show me what a turbo looks like, please.
That's the muffler turbo.
Show me what a real turbo looks like. Is there one in this garage?
Yeah, in that car.
Show me.
I might gonna eat another thing.
You're getting close to it.
There's how you build a turbo.
Okay, well show me in this garage where a turbo's at, please. I need to know what a turbo looks like. Can you touch it? Touch the turbo. Show me what the turbo... That's the turbo? And what's that do? How much horsepower does that give me if I have that? Oh, that's a big hole in there, isn't it?
That's what I do.
That's what you do?
Yeah. But can I draw a name on your car? A nickname?
Draw a nickname on my car? What's the nickname on my car?
I'll show you.
I don't really want you to draw on Daddy's car. I really don't want you to draw on my car.
Then we'll draw it.
Well, that's why I gave you paper on the board there, on Dad's checklist.
I can put a nickname on your car so everybody knows it's your name.
Seems how you're a mechanic, right? Can you answer a question for me? Seems you're a really good mechanic? Yeah? How many mufflers do I need to go fast?
Probably A4 and 2 mufflers. That should be it then if the car looks different, then I should put nicknames on your car.
You should. Oh, if the car. I'll tell you what. You can put a nickname right there. Not a big one. What's that say?
Ken Warner, play, name. It's, Ken Warner.
Oh, so that's my name, huh?
So, up there, it's just a picture.
You know what? How old are you? Don't draw on your hands. You're how many?
5.
How do you... You're so smart for a 5-year-old. You know that? Yeah?
That's how you do it. Now,
Everyone will know that's my name. Is that for everyone to see when I pass them? Yeah?